Hi everyone, my name is Deborah Yomi for those just joining us on this channel, and welcome to another episode of Unfiltered Truth. This channel is a space where we have honest conversations about faith, about health, and about life. We talk about things people avoid to talk about or they feel uncomfortable discussing. So today I have a good topic for you guys. Yeah! We're still talking about health issues, right? But I just want to enlighten you guys on something. A quick question. Do you know that your body is speaking? Yeah. Do you know that your body is speaking? Yeah. But this time around, your body is speaking through your bladder. But how we respond to these messages really matter. We've been taught to hold urine in. We've been taught to ignore the urge to go to the toilet. We've been taught to normalize discomfort. Yeah. Maybe just because you don't want to lose your seat, or you don't want to miss that show, or you just don't want to stop what you're doing, then you just hold the urine in. You ignore the urge when the body is passing the message. You just feel like, oh, I'll do that later. But those habits are not good. Yeah, this is 2026. Stop that habit. I'm talking to you. Stop that habit. Bladder retraining has its place. It's good to retrain your bladder. It's good to say, oh, I don't want to go to the toilet frequently. I don't want to go every 20 minutes. I want to delay urination, or you want to ignore the signal. That is very good. But when you delay your bladder for more than 4 hours, that is not good, because I do tell people, or I do advise, try to go to the toilet between 3 to 4 hours interval. So when you delay the urge for more than that range, that is not good. That is harming your bladder. When you are at home, when you are in a safe place, do you still ignore the urge to go? If you do that, like I said earlier, that is not good. Our body communicates with us, and these communications, they are not coincidence. They are what the body wants us to do, but we have control of our body, right? And we just need to do the right thing just to make sure that we have a good health. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, your bladder can be the problem. Maybe if there's any other issue, and the messenger, which is the signal, it can also be the problem. But I'd say most of the times we are the problem, because we purposely just want to ignore the signals. Yeah. So I'll just leave you with this. Your bladder is not the problem, neither the messenger, but you are the problem. The mind-bladder connection is how the brain and the bladder communicate. That is the brain role in bladder control. The fight and the flight mode. So this is where the sympathetic nervous activity is being stimulated, where cortisol and adrenaline is being released by the body, and you get the fight and the flight mode, where your urine can either be retained, or you can either have the urgency to pass urine. So that is the fight and the flight mode. So when your bladder is filled up enough, it sends a signal to the brain that you need to use the toilet. Then the sympathetic nervous system is initiated, which initiates the fight and the flight mode, and it either retains the urine in your bladder, or it gives you a sudden urge to run to the toilet to use the convenience. So, but this depends on our body. How our body responds to this differs. It really differs. So it's what works for one would not work for the other. So it really depends on our body. So that is how our body communicates, and that is how our body sends a signal from the bladder to the brain. Another thing is, do you know that ignoring these messages can leave you with a long-term effect? Yeah. Ignoring these messages can affect your bladder long-term. How? Okay, so I'll just explain. If you get the urge to pass urine and you keep ignoring the message all the time, this can overstretch your bladder. Yes, this can really overstretch your bladder, and that is not good. It can make you have a very enlarged bladder. It can. So you need to respond to your body when it is sending you the signal to pass urine. Another thing it can do is it can make our bladder underactive. It can. Another thing, it can make our bladder stressed, which can lead to stress incontinence. So there are a couple of things that happen if you don't respond to the signal your bladder is giving you, and you don't want to have long-term health issues, right? Yeah. If you don't want to have a long-term health issues, then you need to respond to the message, or you need to respond to the signal your bladder is giving you. Your body speaks in pattern. It speaks through urgency when you get a great urge to use the toilet. It speaks through discomfort. It speaks through pain where you just feel, oh, I need to use the toilet, and you feel a sharp pain. Sometimes the pain can be normal, and sometimes the pain is not normal. It's not normal in the sense that you might be having a urine infection and you don't know, or you might be having other health condition. That is why we do advise people to speak about their health. Healing begins when shame ends. You need to speak to someone if you're having any symptoms that is not normal to you. You need to speak to someone. I know that you're going to have that close friend or a close family member who you speak to openly. Please don't be ashamed, especially about your bladder and your bowel. Please don't be ashamed about it. And also, if you think you don't have any family member or any close friend who you can share your health issue with, I would recommend you speak to your doctor, you speak to your nurse, you speak to your GP, or you speak to your healthcare professional. They are there to help you, and they will put you on the perfect care regimen. Thank you. So just to continue talking about how your body speaks to you, it speaks through inconsistency also, and it also speaks through leakage. Leakage is where you get the urge to pass urine, and before you know it, you are already wetting yourself. Sometimes this is where the pelvic floor muscle is weak. So talking about the impact of physiological and physical stress, stress is something that impacts the bladder, and stress, it can trigger symptoms like incontinence. It can trigger stuff like muscle tension where your muscle is tensed around the bladder. Stress affects your bladder. Yes, it does. It can trigger so many symptoms where the bladder sends sometimes wrong message to the brain, and you feel like, oh, I need to use the toilet. So even if your body is speaking, sometimes your body is saying the right thing, and sometimes your body is saying the wrong thing. So it depends on what is happening in your body at that particular time. It might be stress, it might not be stress. Stress can come from physical pressure like either childbirth, either pregnancy, either overbearing weight. For those of us that go to the gym and we feel like, yes, we can do it, you are carrying weight. I'm not against it too. No, you can go to the gym, you can carry your weight, right? But as a woman, there's a limit to what you can do. But don't get me wrong that as a woman, there's a limit to what you can do. Don't get me wrong. Please don't come for me in the comment section. What I'm trying to say is in regards to your bladder and bowel health, and also to your sexual health in general. Because if you carry too much weight, this puts tension on your pelvic floor health, and also this can cause stress to your bladder, leading to the impact of physical stress on your bladder. The role of pelvic floor muscle cannot be overemphasized. Pelvic floor muscle is very, very good, and it is very, very important as women that we do our pelvic floor muscle exercise even before childbirth, during childbirth, after childbirth, to your old age. You need to do your pelvic floor exercise because this is the muscle that gives you control over your bladder and your bowel. And for the men, you are not left out. You are not left out. You also need to do your exercise. Yeah, you need to do your pelvic floor muscle exercise. I would like to speak from a faith perspective, and I'd like to say our body is a temple and not a machine we should abuse. Yes. So when you get that signal to pass urine, don't ignore it. When your body is speaking to you, please respond to it. We need to treat our health intentionally. This is year 2026. Your health should be on your top place. Please, you need to respond to the signal you are getting, and also generally, you need to treat your health 100%. Please don't ignore those messages. You need to take good care of yourself. Your physical well-being, your general well-being is very important. Stress management is also important, just to prevent your body from sending the wrong signal to your brain, or your bladder from sending the wrong signal to your brain. Another thing is healthy habits. Healthy habits is very, very important. By you doing the right thing at the right time, because you know the right thing to do. Yes, you do. And above it all, this is an educational and awareness video. I'm not giving any medical advice. Please, if you need any medical advice, you need to seek medical help. Please speak to your GP, speak to your nurse, speak to your healthcare professional, and they are readily available to help you. So I'd like to ask two questions, and I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. What signals have you been ignoring? Yeah. And what will happen if you respond to those signals instead of pushing through? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you have any other topic you would like me to talk about, please share openly and respectfully in the comment section. Thank you. Please don't forget to like this video, share to your friends, share it to people, comment. Let's converse in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that button below and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate. Don't forget, healing begins when shame ends. Thank you. Bye.